Hello and welcome to Bulletin Bites, your podcast from the Bulletin Box. I'm your host Tivo, and this is another episode of Nutri Talk with Mansi. We are going to be discussing women's health today with Mansi Chaudhary. Mansi is a certified nutritionist from Mumbai. She follows a very holistic approach towards different lifestyle diseases, towards cancer and other ailments. So, welcome, Mansi, again to Bulletin Bites.
Thank you, Tivo. It's a pleasure being with the Bulletin Box again.
And happy Women's Day.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
You
Ideally,
should
every
wish.
day is Women's Day, but we celebrated today. So,
Yeah. So I must tell you this. Like I have been around women all my life. Like I have more female friends than I have male friends. Of course, and I find that women are such great contributors to societies. I mean, and for the longest time we have not acknowledged women's contribution towards society, and now it is their time to sort of shine through. Um, just to sort of start the conversation before we get into the nutrition part of it, I want to understand from you how you and your profession as a nutritionist has changed over the years, and as a woman in your line of work has changed over the years.
Tivo, I would say till a few years back, if you would make a list of top nutritionists in India and worldwide, it would be a list with only women's names. So it was a women-centric profession. We would hardly see men into this. But yes, things have changed now. Even on an international, on a global level, even on an Indian level, there are so many men who are doing so well as nutritionists, as health coaches. So it's no longer limited to women only,
Hmm.
because knowledge is not gender biased. You can acquire knowledge
So
whether
true.
you're a man or a woman. But yes, I would say just one extra edge of empathy, that women tend to be good listeners, better listeners. So they tend to absorb the information better. They
That
tend,
is true. Like it is so easy for me to talk about my problems to a
yes,
woman, to a girl, than to tell that to a man. I feel if I tell my problems to a man, I'll be ridiculed. Like, अबे क्या बोल रहा है? You know, what are you saying?
I think a health coach may not say that, but still the amount of patience and receptivity is slightly low. But I would not generalize. I think when this has changed, maybe that also changes.
And I think also over the course of time, I think back in the day, especially movies and cinema has such great impact on our general physique and general health, how you want to look good and take care of your bodies. And I think in the 50s and 60s and 70s, it was only women were supposed to look good, quote unquote look good. The men had their bellies and their beer bellies and their paunch, and they will still be the heroes. But now I think it has changed that men are also looking after their health, and that is why there's
Absolutely.
so
You
many.
visit any gym, you would see equal number of men and women working out. I
Right,
have, if you ask me, I would say even now it's like 60-40, but
yeah,
very soon it can be 50-50 ratio of
right.
clients that I get as men
And that
and
is why there are more male nutritionists now in your line of work.
yes.
Perfect. That is true. That is true. And that brings me to one of my biggest sort of questions I had regarding health. Now, like you said, back in the day there were more women nutritionists, and probably they understand women better, and that is why there were more women nutritionists. But do you think there is like difference when you interact with a woman and you assist a woman find their true nature as to what their body needs and body demands, and when you give advice to a man and advise them regarding their bodily needs and what their body
I
needs?
think women have an eye for detail.
Mm,
They, like I said, they're better listeners. If I
mm,
listen better, they also listen better.
mm,
So compliance is definitely better. I feel discipline levels in women is much higher than in men.
mm,
So so yes, the results are definitely better when in
mm.
terms of interactive communication, that is part of my programs. Men tend to be a little laid back in their approach, and women are more aggressive,
Yeah,
more, I would say, committed to following it.
more result oriented, must I say.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so that brings me to the main topic of today's discussion, which is about women's health. Now, we know, of course, we should celebrate women every day because, like I said, they've been such great contributors towards our society. But do you think women's health differs from men's health? And if it does, how and what makes it different?
Definitely, Tivo. I think men and women are very different. There's a reason why we have books like men are from Mars and women are from Venus. So definitely they are different on many grounds. But since we are talking from a health point of view, I'll
Right.
just cover a few basic
Yeah.
differences. The first thing being metabolism. Again, like most of my clients come to me for health solutions for weight loss. So you would be surprised to know that men lose weight faster than women
Right.
because they have a higher muscle mass content in the body. Their muscle mass percentage is higher. So, a more muscle means a faster metabolic rate. They burn calories faster. So, probably if you have a man or a woman with the same BMI, they start around the same time at the same weight. In about 3 months' time, if a woman loses 9 kilos, a man can lose 11 kilos. It's like that. One thing. Second thing, when we talk of sleep, remember we've been talking about sleep as an important pillar of health.
Right.
Sleep deprivation, that means lack of sleep, men can tolerate it better as compared to women. For example, you may have noticed that if a male colleague has slept less at night, has partied till late, he would still be up and about at work the next morning. Whereas women cannot deal that better with sleep deprivation. They
Hmm.
need their 7-8 hours of sleep, and that's why sleep is a very important factor when it comes to women's health. Thirdly, I would say longevity. Women live longer than men.
They outlive their husbands.
Yes, they outlive their husbands. We'll go into detail a little later on this. And then is the capability to deal with stress. Men deal with stress much better as compared to women
Right.
because there is a serotonin hormone, a
Hmm.
neurotransmitter that keeps your mood up. That is produced half in women as compared to men. That is why you would see women facing issues of depression more often in life at
Why
different
is nature
ages.
so cruel to women?
No, nature is not cruel. Let us talk further, and I'll tell you it's not the case. So that's why at different stages of life, women are prone to depression and anxiety. You would
Right.
see during teenage, there is something known as postnatal depression. Women go
Correct.
into depression right after delivery,
Right.
and of course, before and during menopause also.
Hmm.
As
So,
compared to men, you have
right.
more depression patients as women.
So there are four major differences that you spoke about. First is the sleep patterns are different. Second, the metabolic rates are different. Third, the longevity of women, they live longer. And fourth is the depression or the stress levels are different between men and women. And
And why they live longer?
hmm,
Because like I said, since they cannot deal that much with stress, men have more stress in their life because they are the breadwinners traditionally, conventionally, if we
yes,
talk.
yeah,
So they have bigger stress issues in their life. Secondly, lifestyle diseases like high blood pressure, like heart diseases, they strike men at a much earlier age as compared to women. You may have seen men who are heart patients even in their 30s and 40s, but you'll rarely see a woman who's a heart patient who's in 40s.
okay, so now I'm confused. Now, if women experience stress more than men, then how is that men have more stress related
They
diseases?
are more prone to stress.
Okay.
They men handle stress better,
Hmm.
but they also have more stress in their lives.
Because of the traditional roles
Yes,
in
yes.
oh, that's why. Okay, okay, okay.
And if we talk of life expectancy, I think till about 25 years back, women outlived men by about 7, 8 years, and now it's shortened to about 5.5 years.
Hmm.
A woman will outlive a man by 5 years.
Hmm.
Also, like I was saying, you will not see a heart patient who's a female in her 40s or until 50 because the main female hormone, estrogen, is actually a cardioprotective hormone. So when that goes down with menopause, only then are women prone to heart issues. Whereas
Right. And estrogen is more in women in general.
yes. So that's also the
Oh.
reason that heart disease will strike a woman 10 years after it would strike a man at the same age. So that gives women an edge in terms of a longer life.
Wow. So we've spoken about two things, which is the stress levels are different between men and women, and why women outlive men or live longer than men. You also spoke about metabolic rate, which is different between man and a woman. Uh, why is that? Because of the muscle mass that you spoke about, or is there
Yes,
any other
you
reason
have
as
a
well?
higher muscle. Men have more muscle mass, and women
Hmm.
tend to have a higher fat percentage. Nature has designed their bodies like that. because it's ultimately women who take on the role of becoming a mother, who nurture a fetus inside them, and that all the requirement of blood and tissue comes from a woman's reserves. So nature ideally blesses a woman with a higher fat percentage as a reserve. So that's why women can have up to 31% of fat as their body weight, and men should have max 17% of fat. So when fat is less, muscle is more. And
Right.
maintaining a muscle means burning calories faster. It will be easier for you to gain as well as lose.
Right, right, right. Oh my God. But I'm still confused about. Okay, so if women, okay, now we've spoken about the differences between man and a woman. I want to now start how today, in today's day and age, women, a modern woman, like you said, that in the last few years, the traditional roles of man and a woman has changed, right? Like, back in the day, it was men who were the breadwinners. They used to go out and experience more stress also. And hence, the lifestyle diseases and stress related diseases were more prone in men. But now it is different. And now the life expectancy and the difference in the life expectancy between a man and a woman is also shortened. So
Yes.
that means that today, a 30-year-old, a 35-year-old, a career-oriented woman is facing similar stress, similar amount of stress as a
Yes.
man.
I think even stress has multiplied. It
It
is now
has.
there is a work stress, now there is a relationship stress, now there are stress by people around you, by children, everybody. They
Yes.
are probably two
And
our
women.
generations back, our grandparents didn't have that much stress in their lives as compared to what we have today.
Right. And a woman today also, in addition to the work that she's doing outside of home, is still following the traditional role of being the mother and taking care of everybody at
He's
home.
actually juggling both the parts, yes,
Yeah,
of the
juggling both the
homemaker
parts.
as well as of a
So,
breadwinner.
so if in your experience, how would you, if you were to sort of advise today's modern woman in adding more nutrition to her day-to-day life and adding factors that will help her reduce stress, boost her hormones, give her more energy, help with her sleep patterns, and all of that. So, do you have some tips for our listeners today?
Pure Tivo. So I would split it into a couple of points. The
Okay.
first one being on hormone regulators,
Hmm.
because if you're talking to me about a working woman who's in her youth, in her prime, she definitely needs to balance her hormones to be able to manage the 40s and 50s better.
Right.
So I think a
And
couple
it's a
of
long
herbs,
process, right? It's a long
yes,
process of building
yes,
up
it
your.
stretches over decades, yes.
Yes.
In according to me, I think two vital herbs that can help women would be, one is shatavari. It's also known as the Indian ginseng, and the second one would be fenugreek. So shatavari is
Easy.
ideal for all health issues for women in different life stages, and fenugreek would be great as fenugreek leaves, as fenugreek seeds. In fact, fenugreek can work as a phytoestrogen, like a plant-based estrogen source. So it can help women sail through different stages, whether you are wanting to conceive, whether you are expecting, whether you've just delivered, or whether it's about your hormones, whether it's about PCOD.
I
At every
remember, during pregnancy, women are fed methi wale laddu.
Yes, that is after delivery. So, like I said, at every stage, fenugreek works very well. It's an extraordinary hormone regulator when it comes to women's health. The next thing would be energy boosters. Of course, if you are a working woman who's juggling both work and home and handling kids, so you need to up your energy levels. And for those, I think for that, what you need is one, make sure you're doing a well balanced diet. Now, that
Right.
counts a lot. You cannot ignore a particular food group.
Yes. In our experiences, women tend to sort of put themselves at the last, at the very
Yes.
end of the whole, their
Yes,
list,
I
their
was
food
about to
list.
come to this. This would have been my last point. So, from the diet point of view, your food plate should be a healthy food plate, which includes all. I won't talk in terms of carbs, fats, proteins. I would say
Hmm.
it's balanced on food groups. There should be grains like bread, rice, roti, pasta, noodles, anything. There should be protein like tofu, cottage cheese, chicken, fish, egg, dals, legumes, all of that. There should be half the plate should be vegetables, either cooked or raw. So every meal should be a well balanced diet. You should include, ideally for all women, I think above 30
Hmm.
who have a hectic lifestyle, it's
Yeah.
important to do a multivitamin daily after breakfast. That also ups energy levels. Include fresh fruits, at least 2 servings a day. You
Hmm.
can even do dry fruits like dates, figs, all those energy balls which are made with natural ingredients like peanuts, dates, figs, seeds. They are excellent. I call them energy bombs. They can energize you within 15 minutes of having them.
Right. Dry fruits have
All
always
this
been a
natural.
part of our diet, like to boost
Yes.
energy and give that. Okay, so let me recap the two things. First of all, to maintain hormone, we need to, I mean, women who are 30 and above should include shatavari and fenugreek.
Yes. I
Okay,
think fenugreek can be included even by teenage girls who are experiencing hormonal
so
fluctuations.
can men also include fenugreek and these
It
hormone regulation?
also works as a fat burner to some extent. So a part of the weight loss program can include, but again, the advice would be totally personalized and customized and not in
Right.
general.
On gender. Okay. And then for energy boosting, you need to, of course, have a very, very well balanced diet, but also need to include like multivitamins.
Natural sugar sources like fructose, like fresh fruit and dried fruit. The
Right.
third important thing I would want to stress on is stress again. You need to be able to manage and handle stress better. And I
Yeah.
think, again, one herb or two, three things that can come to your rescue would be ashwagandha, the first thing,
We
which
spoke
is
about
which
ashwagandha
is
in our
known
last episode.
worldwide now. It's an excellent stress
Yes.
buster. It helps your adrenal fatigue. It also helps you regulate sleep better. So it
Yeah.
makes you more active during the day. It helps you calm down at night. The second will be saffron, kesar. Again, excellent mood regulator, brings down stress. I think thirdly, women, I would say now, and I've been talking about this in all my videos and talks, that women actually need to find a me time, at least a 15-minute me time every day for themselves, whether it is for a prayer, whether it's for meditation, whether it's for not doing anything, just relaxing, practicing deep breathing or chanting or anything. Yes. And women need to connect with more women more often. I think that's more therapeutic than anything else. Sometimes, like you were talking, men are not so good listeners. So all the women in your life, whether it's your aunts, your sister-in-laws, or your friends, or your girl gang, just meet up, just talk more often, and release your anxiety and your built-in things, and you will be noticing that you are healthier. When I was studying about being a cancer coach, we studied that most of the cancers, different cancers which originate from different body parts, are actually related to curved and caged emotions which have not been vented out. So, and
Wow.
and, and women are very prone to hormone-based cancers like endometrial cancers, breast cancers. There were studies conducted to find out if they were like, suppressed thoughts and all. So better to release those thoughts, talk more often, seek professional help if you want, but release the emotions. That's very
So
important.
bottled up emotions can also lead to cancer.
Yes, that's
This
a very
is
important emotional
news
angle
to
on
me.
when you study why people get cancer.
Wow, this is news to me. This is such a, like, we
If
always thought that it's always bad lifestyle or
There's a
bad
different emotion attached with a different kind of cancer. Every cancer will have a different kind of emotion attached to it.
yeah.
And I would say another couple of tips: be physically active. It's your health is actually your true wealth. So try to include about 30 minutes of exercise 5 days a week, something like 150 minutes in a week. And if you are above 35, my advice to all women is get an annual blood checkup done. Get your health checkup done so that you can keep gauging your health parameters to understand what is going wrong and how it can be corrected. So post 35, I actually do it on my birthday every year post 35. So the first thing that you can gift yourself is health. So on your birthday morning, call somebody for a blood sample and get your blood work done.
That's really good. I think I'm going to do that with my mom. I think this year on her birthday, that's what I'm going to give her as her birthday gift.
Excellent.
That's a great, great advice, Mansi. Seriously, because I feel that in our society, women always tend to sort of keep themselves at the last of their to-do list.
Yes. Yes.
And they, like you said, they need to find time to spend with themselves.
When they get married, they get busy looking after the husband and his family. Then kids follow, and till the time kids grow up and they go on their own, women are constantly nurturing and feeding the family. And I think that's why menopause is like a jolt, because suddenly there is an emptiness syndrome. Kids have moved out. You husband is busy in his own professional life and struggles. So you actually need to. That is the time you need to reflect inside and sort of release your stress, and that would happen when you constantly interact with more women in your life.
Right, right. And that is why I remember when I was a child, we used to have these, 55, 60-year-old women they got together to do prayers, kirtan groups. I think every
Even people
society,
collect in a park and talk, because
yeah,
that's very therapeutic for them.
that's very therapeutic. I think men should also do that. I think that it is the same for men also. Like you said, men tend to sort of experience stress more because of the traditional roles.
I would say, based on my experience, Tivo, men don't talk the way women talk. If you hear a gang of men talking, they'll be talking about different stuff altogether. And if you
They'll
hear
talk about cars, they'll talk about the expensive
materialistic
living, but
things,
never
yes.
talk about emotions.
Yes,
Oh my God. I think, Mansi, we need to reconvene again for this for another episode of Nutri Talk so that we can talk about men's health.
absolutely, absolutely. We'll have a lot of information to share on men's health also.
Right, right. But thank you, Mansi. This was very informative. I think women are the pillars of our society, and they need to take care of themselves. So, if you want to recap again on different hormone boosters, because I think hormone and stress busters are very important in today's day and age.
Yes,
So, if you
yes.
can just do a quick recap for us.
Sure. So try to introduce methi, try to introduce shatavari if you are in your reproductive years. Methi can work even during menopause. Make sure you're doing a well balanced diet, stay physically active, exercise, ensure at least 7 hours of sleep, ashwagandha and
Oh, yes.
saffron
Oh, I
root
have
herbs
to tell
that
you,
can help.
after our last episode, we've had so many people tell that they've included ashwagandha, including myself. I've included ashwagandha in my
Wonderful.
diet, and I sleep so better now. I sleep
Your quality of sleep would have improved.
exactly. I don't wake up as many times during the night as I used to earlier. I've also started walking much more, so I am tired during the day. So when I go to the bed, I
It
am tired.
also helps ensure a sound sleep for you.
Yes. So thank you so much. The ashwagandha tip really worked well for me.
Thank you so much. I'm so glad it's worked for you.
No, a
And
lot of our listeners, a lot of our readers from the Bulletin Box website also they wrote to us, and we found that a lot of our friends who saw your talk, they also said that because it's so readily available.
yes, yes.
Getting
In
saffron.
fact, the West is picking up all the ancient Indian knowledge and selling it back to us now.
Yes. Well, you know what? How this is how it works. Yoga came back from West.
Yes,
Now ashwagandha and saffron is coming back. But seriously, because ashwagandha is readily available, okay, getting good quality saffron is probably not very easier to get or not cheaply available. But good quality ashwagandha is nowadays pretty readily
yes.
available.
Go for a trusted brand which has credibility to its name, and ideally go for a brand which is only into producing Ayurvedic supplement and not medical supplements.
Would you be able to give us some brand names, or are we not taking
I think
names?
that would not be appropriate to recommend any particular brand, but yes, go for the ones that traditionally make Ayurvedic medicines, depending on whichever country or location you are at.
Perfect, perfect. Thank you, Mansi. Thank you for your time and your last few words about this day celebrated as Women's Day. What are your feelings about Women's Day?
I think I already said that. Please celebrate women in your life every day, not just one day.
Yes,
I think they are the reason you are in this world.
yes,
And as if you really want to show your love, gift your the women in your life, whether it's your mother, sister, wife, daughter, friend, whoever. Maybe a health consultation, or maybe a health investigation, a blood test or something, just to enhance their knowledge and awareness that they don't need to put themselves behind and neglect their body.
yes.
ahead of others. They need to look after themselves. So, and they've long ignored themselves. So it's high time they start working on themselves now. So gift your friend or your mother or the women in your life a consultation, and and I think ensure we arrange these supplements for them. Make sure they start exercising. Make arrange a meeting with the make it a women's party. Make your women meet other women.
Right, right, right. I think that is going to be a
People take
wonderful.
them out for lunches, dinners. They get cakes. I think instead arrange for a meeting with women and you stay out of it and let women interact and make their day special.
That's beautiful. Such a lovely thought, Mansi. And I think I'm going to leave everybody who's listening with that lovely thought that I think we as men, we can enable women to come together and share their thoughts and be with other women so that they can de-stress and talk about their feelings much more openly.
And
Thank
one
you,
more
Mansi.
thing on a lighter note,
Yes,
not term women's meetings as gossip sessions. They are not always gossip.
you know what? Men like to gossip about women and other
And yes,
things
it's now
equally.
a fact that men gossip equally as much as women. So that
Exactly. Oh, I know. You know, you should eavesdrop on men having beer and you will listen to the gossip. Thank you,
yes,
Mansi. Thank you so
most
much. And I
welcome.
think,
It's been a pleasure.
and we will have you back talk about men's health next month. Next month is World's Health Day, and I think we need to do a much more comprehensive talk about men's health also because a healthy man can help a woman become much more healthier
Yes,
in our
yes,
day-to-day
absolutely.
life. Thank you,
Absolutely.
Mansi, and thank you everybody who joined us for today's talk. Please follow us on different social medias on Bulletin Box, on YouTube. Follow our YouTube channel and subscribe to us so that you can get much more tips like that from Mansi. Also, follow Mansi on her social media. We will leave the description in the details here. Thank you.
Thank